So I've been living at our home for 25 years and seldom had any headache. Right after they installed smart meter, I started getting terrible headache. So we moved our bed from close side of the meter to farther side of the bedroom, and still the headache continued. So I called PG&E, and the woman was very rude to me and asked me to see my doctor. And she told me that I had no choice and the meter was mandated. So now I sleep in the guest bedroom, and I have moved my home office from bedroom to guest bedroom. I feel like I have been held hostage in my own home. I am paying taxes for my home, but I cannot live in my own home. Thank you.
Winfred Thomas.
My name is Winifred Thomas, and I was sick for well over a year to the point of being bedridden because of smart meters. I cannot live in my own 4-bedroom home because of the radiation from my neighbor's smart meters. I'm forced to live in my car in areas where there are no smart meters. I have to shower at the community center. I have to eat at the grocery store. I can't work. I can't cook. I can't garden. I can't wear clothes. I'm forced to live in a car. This is ridiculous. I can't visit my friends or family. I have an 80-year-old handicapped mother who needs my help, and I can't even go to her house because it has a smart meter on it. This is inhumane. Stop this atrocity.
Vicki Sievers, to be followed by Gail Mills and then Peter Soule.
Recently, a distinguished scientist from the institute in Sweden that awards Nobel Prizes in physiology and medicine sent a 2-page letter directly to this commission telling you that wireless smart meter programs pose a serious public health risk. He said, involuntary exposure to pulsed microwave radiation should be prohibited. Let's think about the 35 or 40 Wellington installation trucks rolling illegally through Santa Cruz County this morning, say, removing safe analog meters and installing dangerous wireless meters, say each installer 5 per hour. Since a minimum of 3% of the population is electrosensitive, and more people become so with smart meter installation, this means that by noon today, at least 20 people will be getting sick, 40 by the end of the day, another 40 tomorrow, 200 next week. Most won't know what has happened to them because those colorful PG&E TV commercials that show happy householders tracking their energy use online don't end with a warning that says, this device may cause side effects. Stop using this product if you experience any of the following symptoms: migraines, tinnitus, heart palpitations and arrhythmia, vertigo, nausea, vision problems, cognition and memory problems, insomnia, ear pain, exhaustion, anxiety, panic attacks, depression, a feeling of being electrocuted, seizures, skin rashes, and on it goes.
Barbara Lasanti, to be followed by Nancy Bennett, Leslie Simmons, and Lisa Moscow.
My name is Barbara Lasanti. I have been a professor of mathematics and computer science at Mills College in Oakland for 30 years. I am here today because I have been appalled by the actions of this commission with respect to smart meter installation for the past year. In particular, your inability to act in response to thousands of claims of negative health effects is disgraceful. By my disciplinary training, I understand that there are multiple methods of collecting data about energy consumption that do not rely on wireless transmission. From an educational perspective, I am appalled that your actions have changed a program whose original mandate required the public be well informed into a program where meters are installed with little or no warning. I am appalled that a program that originally gave people the right to decline participation has been changed by you into a mandatory program giving rise to local ordinances to halt installations when you refuse to act. You have already shown your lack of concern for the health and safety of the public in your regulation of gas pipelines that contributed to the San Bruno disaster. The magnitude of the potential health disaster posed by the inability to escape continuous exposure to radio frequency transmissions may well dwarf the San Bruno disaster.
Thank you.
Inform the public of all studies of potential health risks. Allow people and communities to choose to decline installation of smart meters and have analog meters reinstalled.
Hi, I'm Nancy Bennett. You, the PUC, are our protectors, but our is also you. You are part of us. And these smart meters are reigning, along with Wi-Fi and things like that, are hurting us and our children and our children's children. It's really, other countries are coming to their sense. Denmark won't allow this. And now the schools are starting to take out the Wi-Fi because they're seeing terrible physical and behavioral changes. So please stop these smart meters. I'm a healing counselor, and I've seen how I go into homes and see why these odd ailments are happening to people. Stop it. Thank you.
Louise Stanfield, Santa Rosa business owner. I now know what it feels like to be a minority. For almost 2 years, I have suffered from hypersensitivity to electromagnetic frequencies, I believe caused by cell phone use. I now live in constant pain. I have been marginalized, denied access to everyday normal activities of life, and left to suffer with no acceptance of my environmentally induced functional impairment. Things were bad enough, and then PG&E began installing wireless smart meters everywhere. Since then, my symptoms of extreme ear pain, nausea, heart palpitations, headache, and insomnia have increased dramatically. I've had to disband the sales side of our business because I cannot use computers or phones but for a few minutes at a time. I have lost the use of 3 rooms in my home because they are too close to smart meter emissions. I cannot sit in my kitchen without suffering. It's like being at the receiving end of a cattle prod over and over again. Stop enabling PG&E, Edison, and San Diego Gas and Electric, and stop this dangerous debacle now. Smart meters assault all our families with silent, continuous, pulsed radiation. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dave Hubert from Sebastopol, California. I'm going to need to read this to make sure I say all I want to. I'm a retired research analyst for the state. Respectfully, the smart meter rollout was premature and not handled too well, and we need to do something about it. I know the intention of the program wasn't to add to the homeless population of San Francisco, but it's going on. That's what's happening. In this country, it's not acceptable to deploy a technology with theoretical benefits and in the face of mass immediate health problem resulting from it say, too bad, you may not be able to live comfortably in your homes, but you'll just have to get used to the headache, sleeplessness, palpitations, and other discomforts. Because we have a sexy new wireless toy which will help us save money, despite its immediate toxic side effects. The immediate side effects is what I'm upset about. There may be long-term, we won't know about that, but there are people that you've heard here that are feeling it all right now. I have some solutions here, and I know they're on the table with the administrative law judge, that the individual opt-out will not protect sensitive individuals from pulsed microwave radiation, but the only solution I can see that would allow people to have smart meters and take care of the electrosensitive, and it has any chance of maintaining people's sanity, is to have some sort of a wired opt-in. A wired opt-in. That's all you need to remember.
Okay, thank you.
One more thing. I want to tell you that the billions of dollars spent on smart meters wouldn't have changed my energy consumption last month. My entire bill was $40.98, including tax. Why do I need to be subject to this? Why do I need to come here? Why do I need to be pushed out of peaceful retirement?
Nancy Hubert. You followed by Lucy Gomez and Stu Matthews.
Hello. I believe that you commissioners, our commissioners, are people of goodwill. I truly believe that. You have heard our stories of smart meter suffering for many months. I have to ask, don't you believe us? Do you think we're making this up? Or are we just like a bad dream which you try to forget? This is more than a bad dream to us. It is a nightmare. People are being made homeless by this. You've heard countless people talking about that today. They are sleeping in their cars. They're living in tents. They're trying to avoid their homes at all costs. I know a woman in Sebastopol who's living in subsidized housing. She's brain damaged. She doesn't have a car. She doesn't have much money. But she spends every hour she can somewhere else from her home because the whole area she lives in has been smart metered. I personally cannot visit my 93-year-old father without becoming ill because he lives in a smart metered area. I'm a real estate agent. I can no longer work in Santa Rosa, Rohnert Park, Cotati, or Forestville because they're all smart metered. Luckily, I live in Sebastopol, and there's still a lot of places without smart meters there. So I can still work for now. For months, we have been saying that smart meters have not been tested. This is no longer true. They have been tested and are being tested on millions of unsuspecting people every day. People who never asked for them and don't want them. People, many of whom won't even know why they're getting so sick. I have talked to people that don't know why.
Thank you.
I do not believe that if you actually understood how sick smart meters make people, that you would continue to force the installation. Commissioner Sandoval, since you have expressed an interest in smart meter health concerns, I would like to request that you conduct a workshop on smart meter health impacts where people like me can recount the experiences we have firsthand. Please stop the deployment. Please roll back the deployment. We need relief.
Okay. Dr. Lipson?
Hello,
Teresa Kennett and Nita Beatty.
Okay. I'm a retired professor from UCSF. I'm a social scientist currently doing a study of people with electrical hypersensitivity. And I've heard horrifying accounts of ruined lives because of this rapidly increasing problem. Formerly healthy people became seriously sickened after smart meter installation in their neighborhoods. Many can no longer work. They're losing their homes. They're sleeping in their cars, and so on and so forth. Vulnerable people and who are increasing in number are chemically sensitive, cancer survivors, other kinds of chronic diseases, have to live in a safe place if they are going to at least maintain the functioning that they have now and not get any worse. But safe locations are now almost impossible to find because PG&E has blanketed most neighborhoods with smart meters. And because most neighborhoods are now saturated with meters, the choice to opt out won't help people who are previously sick and turning off the radio. You've heard this a number of times. You've heard the same things again and again. But just please, this is a true public health emergency, and you have not yet shown that you recognize it. Please hear us and take some effective action to protect the health of your public. Thank you.